to be an independent human being, doing your activities, doing the things you love, will, I think, support you in staying together longer.
Yeah.
And the couples that you know and that I know that have been together for 20, 30, 40 years, at least a lot of them, I feel like, have that one day a week where they're with their friends, have that time where they go on a trip alone or with other people in their life. They learn other activities, they go to workshops together, but also alone on things that they can add value to the relationship and to themselves. Feel independent, but also be committed.
Yeah.
And I think that is a huge thing to set yourself up to be a healthy, conscious, thriving relationship long-term.
Yeah.
If you choose to be with one person.
If you choose to be with one person, there's a couple of things you have to think about. The first is, what do you actually enjoy to do together? So Radhi and I discovered that going out to dinner was okay. Watching a movie together was okay, but what we really loved was experiences. What we really loved was doing activities together. What we really loved was going to workshops together. So whether it was a cooking class, or whether it was pottery, or whether it was trekking with gorillas that we just did right now, or whether it was going on a hike together, like it was doing something active together. And you know, even in our relationship as friends, like we were talking about this, like when we set our values for this
fitness,
fun, fitness, and friendship, and we've decided that we want to make sure that we are going out for dinner, but we also want to play some sports. So we've been playing pickleball together, or our version of pickleball that we invented.
We're going on hikes, we're doing different things, activities together.
Yeah, and like that's what we've realized we like to do. And I think that's a really important thing, that if you want to be with someone long term, you have to figure out what you want to do together. And then going even a step further, if you're really going to be with someone long term, your relationship has to have a purpose beyond each other.
Yeah.
The goal of your relationship can't be, how do we stay together? Like the goal of the relationship is, how do we serve together? How do we give together? How do we help our community together? Like couples who have that ability to expand their radius of care and compassion.
The different levels of relationship of, okay, you're in the getting to know dating stage, then you're in the commitment stage, then you're in marriage stage, and then it's like, what is the next stage? It's being in service. It's figuring out ways to serve your family, your friends, your community in the ways that make sense for you. That's what's gonna keep people together long term. And I think when we stop serving the relationship and we stop serving others around the relationship, it's probably gonna have more challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, maybe you can make it last and maybe you have some good times, but I feel like you're gonna have more challenges to overcome, which is gonna make you say, one person's not for me. Like this relationship's not working, I need a different relationship.
Yeah.
And maybe that's true, maybe that relationship wasn't supposed to last, but I think it's, and I'm so excited for your next book because I've been getting the behind the scenes from you on it, but I feel like you're gonna give people this foundation of how to set yourself up at the different stages of a committed relationship. And I don't think there's anything wrong with being single and dating.
Not at all.
Dating lots of people. I know a guy right now, he's single and he's going on dates every week with different people, taking people out to dinner and having interesting conversations. And what Matthew Hussey says, our friend, is kind of like eliminating people that aren't the one for them right now.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta go meet a bunch of people, have experiences to see who I don't want to be with as well. And I think there's a season for that. And I think when we get into a relationship, we just need to be conscious of, why am I getting this relationship? Am I dependent on this to make me happy? If so, I just think that's gonna be a recipe for failure. But being conscious about entering a relationship and conscious about growing a relationship.
Yeah. There's so much you learn when you're single, and there's so much you learn when you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
And that's actually the question. How do I want to learn right now? How do I want to learn right now? Do I want to learn by meeting lots of people and learning in that way and dealing with what comes with that? Or do I want to learn in this way? And I think everything in life is simply a learning experience.
So relationships can be messy for sure. But what I have discovered in 1 year of a relationship.
Therapy.
Yeah, well, 1.5 years of intense therapy, starting a relationship. This has been something that I've never done, but for the last 10 years, I've wanted to start a relationship in therapy. And me and Martha started that when we first started kind of hanging out. We weren't really dating for the first few months. We just kind of were hanging out, and she was dating other people, I was dating other people, or just kind of out in the world. When we started getting more serious about it, I was like, listen, I've always wanted to do this, and I think it's a deal breaker if we don't do this, because I just want to make sure that we are setting ourselves up for success in terms of peace, joy. And for me, success in a relationship is two individuals independently living their lives and sharing their lives together. Like, she's gone for a couple of weeks working on a project and a movie right now, and I'm in Los Angeles doing my thing. I know with you and your wife, she might be gone or you might be traveling, and sometimes you're doing it together and sometimes apart. And having the freedom and the flexibility to be yourself and also be in a relationship. I think that's, for me, what is success at this season of my life. Maybe in 10 years, it'll look like something different.
Yeah, and I think that's the point, right? Like, seeing life as seasons, because you have to ask the question, like, why do we think, or why have you in this season decided to be exclusive to one person? And I think often we do that subconsciously. I don't think everyone intentionally thinks, I feel I'm ready for a long-term relationship now. I don't think we do that. I think we assume that at one point, you're meant to kind of get into one and settle down, rather than the conscious choice. Or you're consciously avoiding that. And you're going, no. The last thing I want to do is get married or settle down or be in a long-term relationship. And so for me, it's like everyone has to sit there and look in the mirror and go, why do I want either right now? What serves me and what serves my vision and what serves what I'm trying to do?
That's what it is.